Dan to Dan, Season 2, Episode 15. You won't get away with this. Gigi versus Okarun. Let's see how this fares. So let's talk about it. Welcome back, Variants. Talking about Dan to Dan, episode 15 today, and we left off with a nice little clash between Okarun and Gigi. Now, Gigi is possessed by the evil eye, while Okarun has powers granted to him by Turbo Granny. So, it's a battle of the yokais, more or less. So, let's see how it goes. So, basically, Gigi gets into this clash, and you see that Gigi's upset that Okarun is essentially a yokai and is protecting humans because he's doing everything he can to protect Momo. So he ends up going after both of them, and Okarun takes Momo and like hauls out of there as quickly as he can. While this is going on, you see Gigi, who is still relentlessly attacking with this soccer ball style soul weapon that he has, consumed, compressed of the souls of people that have passed away within the confines of these walls due to the sacrifices by the Keto family. While doing this, Okarun and Momo noticed that the earthworm, which didn't fully run away, has its tail end, yes, its tail end sticking out of the side of the rock wall, and is pumping a poisonous spray from its anus and into the entire cavern, filling it up, which is detrimental to humans. It's gonna be a problem. So while it's spraying this, Oakland reveals that the weakness of the worm is sunlight due to, a little quick flashback, him reading some magazines and reading about, worms. So sunlight, because the worms have a symbiotic relationship with bacteria. So they can't stand the ultraviolet light. So that's one of the things that's going to help damage it. So basically, Okarun was like, Momo, you got to get out of here because you got to help us. I will worry about Gigi. I'll go figure out what's going on with Gigi and how to get back. You figure out how to get us out of here. So after a bit of discussion and a setup, basically Okaru sets himself up on the ground on his back, puts a chair on top of it, and Momo's on top of that. And he's just like, yo, we ain't got time to waste. I'm gonna kick you as high as I can. It's gonna be up to you to use your powers to do the rest. Figure it out. So that's just what it comes down to. So they set up, and as soon as he does the countdown and she's not ready, he launches her like as high as he can, which is roughly about uh probably about a good 3/4 of the cavern. And she gets up there, she's close to reaching it, but she just can't, she gets about 3/4 up there, then she launches herself with the rest of her power, and she's close to reaching it, but she gets just short. But she takes the power that she used to jump with, and she makes hands to reach out and grab the edge and then pull herself up. So she makes it in, and while she's relieved, she's trying to figure out what to do next. And she reveals a memory of her with a young Gigi, and they were looking at a worm that was, shriveled up from the sun, sitting on the ground. And she gets an idea to start a fire. So when she starts the fire, she starts calling for the fire department, somebody to come help because we need help. Places on fire, whatever. She's pretty much burning the house down. While this is going on, Gigi finds Okarun, and Gigi relentlessly attacks Okarun, like going after him like crazy. And Okarun's dodging everything. Like he's straight up like, yo, you're not gonna catch me, you're not gonna do this. But Gigi finally lands a hit. He lands a hit hard enough to break his mask. So I think he tags him about twice, and then they kind of slide back from each other. And it's like, yeah, we're gonna, keep going. Like you're gonna be the first to go down. So get ready. And as he launches another attack, he changes it at the last second. So the soccer ball is like coming at him. The soccer ball ends up expanding, and it becomes this house, like a house cage, more or less, like a glass house of souls. And Okarun is trapped inside. He's trying to break it, trying to get out of it, but he cannot get out of it. And what ends up happening is Gigi steps in and is like, "Yeah, got you where I want you." And Gigi proceeds to beat the living crap out of Okarun. Like he is just, smacking him around left and right. And in the process of this, you see Okarun just kind of taking all the damage, and then Okarun just reaches out and grabs, the mouth of Gigi. And he's trying to shut him up because he's been talking trash this entire time about how he's going to destroy you and all this stuff. And Okarun is like, yeah, I'm done. done having it. I'm done hearing about it, done having it, whatever the case may be. Like, you did three things that you shouldn't have. Well, he says there are things you shouldn't have done, and you did three of them specifically. Like, you did three of them, and with those three things, he starts listing them off. Number one, you hurt Momo. Straight up, that's what you shouldn't do, because if you watch the opening, you're paying attention to the opening. Whenever we're looking through Okarun's glasses, you see him and you see the color when he's looking at Momo. The rest of the world is devoid of color. Like, when he looks at her, he sees everything. That shows you how much he cares about Momo. And like, you cannot do anything freaking to hurt Momo. He will find you. Second thing you done is you violated his friend. You violated Jiji. You took over Gigi's body and you did what you wanted to do, and he doesn't appreciate that. And Jiji would never hurt Momo, and you're making Jiji do stuff that Jiji wouldn't do. So he's salty about it. So of course, Jiji, the evil eye, smacks the arm away and goes to attack again. And we see Okarun freaking drop down. He dodges the attack, power up his legs, and comes up with a straight double uppercut right into his freaking chest. Like, straight up, just bam, rocks him. So he rocks him, right? So that's freaking hit number one. And then he proceeds to, he's like, yeah, I'm going full throttle. I'm not playing around. And then he starts counting to 20. So he starts back at one and starts counting to 20. So freaking literally rapid succession. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's just going in. After he gets to 20, he ramps back up. Bam, 1, 2, 3, and he just keeps going. He does this for 100 consecutive hits. All right, so he hit the first one, 99 more, and when he got to 20 on that last set of counting to 20, that fifth set, he ramps in, and he comes straight to the face. Bam, double uppercut right in the face, knocks Jiji through the glass ceiling more or less, and knocks him out. So it was like 101 hits, freaking in succession, knocks Jiji out, has him laying on the ground, and just like, yo, I'm not playing around. So after it's said done, he says, and the third thing, you shouldn't have pissed me off, because it really bums him out. I was like, yo, it's freaking great. It's great. So freaking he ended up taking him out, and now he's trying to figure out how to get Jiji out of there. So he starts dragging the body, who's really heavy, and he's back in his basic form now. He's trying to get him out of there, but he hears Turbo Granny freaking screaming and stuff, calling with all types of turd nugget and everything else. So he goes down there to try and help Turbo Granny, and she's stuck in the orange goo still, and he's trying to get her out, but he's unable to get her out, and he ends up falling into the goo as well. So they're just kind of stuck and now calling for help. Now, during this process, we see that the police are there attempting to arrest Momo for starting the fire, because they asked, "Did you start the fire?" She's like, "Yeah." They're like, "Had to get you guys here, had to do something," and they're trying to arrest her, they're trying to do stuff, and eventually, as they're trying to do this, the worm is breaking out, and the whole time she's screaming like, "Yo, put more water on it," because she's trying to, flood the thing out, and that's where we get the flashback of her and Jiji again, but it's explained where Gigi's explaining like, "Hey, that's what happens. Like, worms breathe through their skin. So when the ground gets overly saturated and so that they can't breathe, they come to the surface more or less to breathe, to get out. And it's, the worms, it's the worms, essentially killing themselves because they can't deal with the hot sun, the UV, whatever the case may be. So that's just it. So that's what she was trying to do. She was trying to flood the worm out so that it would come out to the sunlight while it was still sunlight, and it would hurt itself. So it comes out, it's flying around, and you see it start burning. Momo takes she gets loose and she takes a quick shot. She throws a fire truck at it to try and do some damage, and eventually ends up collapsing. And she goes up and she's kind of doing her, make sure it is down, and she's kind of kicking at it, and then it starts moving again. So she backs up, but it's reflexively regurgitating whatever the contents of its stomach are, and ends up throwing up the entire Keto family. So freaking the entire Keto family spits out, and of course everybody's, man, like, why'd you did that? Why'd you, kill the great serpent? So that you're like, well, the thing ate you. Like, what are you talking about? The thing ate you. And Savior, I got time to deal with y'all. I got other stuff to worry about. But while that's happening, you see the ground start to shake, and whole earthquake rips up. And while that earthquake is ripping up, we see the volcano start to erupt. And now it's like, oh crap, stuff is hitting the fan, and it's about to get really, really nasty. And that's where the episode ends. So that's as far as I've gotten. with seeing the Evil Eye movie that was in theaters. I remember I was recommending that. So it's, again, something they're doing with a lot of these movies is they take the first couple episodes, whatever, make it into a movie, or like with Demon Slayer, they took the last episodes and the first episodes of the new season, put them into a movie. So if you want to see the stuff early, that's how you see the stuff early, but then you just continue on to watch throughout the season. Nice little hook, nice way to get you. I think Evil Eye was done uh pretty well. I like the way this was done. Demon Slayer, this Mugen Train arc, I thought was done well. Um, so if they're gonna keep doing this, it's fine. I don't mind, getting the content a little bit early. I'll talk about it early if I can, but overall it's designed to get you to continue and watch the season and continue to watch the season, which Dan to Dan has already been very, very popular. So I'm all about this. So again, if you like this content, make sure you hit the little subscribe button. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Drop in the comments. What do you think is going to happen? What's going to happen next? What other animes you're going to watch? What other animes you want me to watch? Talk about whatever the case may be. I'm curious to see what else is out there. And again, this has been a really, really good summer for anime so far, and July is just going to be the meat and potatoes of it. So that's all I got for this one. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Later.